traders flame the trade. Chasing the charts under neon skies. Hola primes, the name where the profits rise. Fingers on the keys, dreams taking flight. We trade the future, we own the night. Hola prime, the rhythm of the trade, where the bold and the fearless are made. From London to New York, the thrill's the same. Step into the beat of the Hola prime game. Candles dancing on the screen's bright glow. Risk and reward in the ebb and flow. Through the highs and the lows, we play this game, fueled by the fire of the Hola prime name. Every tick, every move tells a tale. Navigating storms, we will prevail. The charts are our canvas, profits our aim. Pain and success with the Hola prime name. Hola prime, the rhythm of the trade, where the bold and the fearless are made. From London to New York, the thrill's the same. Step into the beat of the Hola prime game. Every tick, every move tells a tale. Navigating storms, we will prevail. The charts are our canvas, profits our aim. Pain and success with the Hola prime name. Fortune favors those who dare. In the heartbeat of the market we declare, Hola prime is more than a name. It's the pulse of the trade, the trader's flame. Hola prime, the rhythm of the trade, where the bold and the fearless are made. From London to New York, the thrill's the same. Step into the beat of the Hola prime game. Fortune favors those who dare. In the heartbeat of the market we declare, Hola prime is more than a name. It's the pulse of the trade, the trader's flame, the trade. Chasing the charts under neon skies. Hola prime's the name where the profits rise. Fingers on the keys, dreams taking flight. We trade the future, we own the night. Hola prime, the rhythm of the trade, where the bold and the fearless are made. From London to New York, the thrill's the same. Step into the beat of the Hola prime game. Candles dancing on the screen's bright glow. Risk and reward in the ebb and flow. Through the highs and the lows, we play this game, fueled by the fire of the Hola prime name. Every tick, every move tells a tale.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. Welcome back. Today is August 24th, 2025. And guys, welcome back to another market update, right? Jumping right into it, guys. Of course, from last week, we have Powell Jackson Hole's speech. Market reaction, guys. It was absolutely huge. I'm sure you can see the markets, how they opened up, how they closed. Friday was absolutely nuts. But yeah, it was likely the final Jackson Hole speech before stepping down. Fed Chair Powell emphasized a weakening labor market and persistent inflation, signaling that rate cuts may be warranted. Right. He also introduced a return to the flexible inflation targeting, replacing the previous average inflation approach and enhancing policies flexibility. Market response. As you guys know, the speech energized markets around the globe. Stock indices rallied sharply, bond yields dropped, and the U.S. dollar tanked as a lot of investors swiftly lowered the rate cut expectations. Futures suggest an 80 to 90% chance of the September cut. Analysts, however, were warned that this stagflation risk may undercut enthusiasm. The markets like the gold markets as well, guys. Again, stocks from that Dow Jones surge around 846 points. Missed that trade by a slight bit. Just before all this happened due to the news, but actually went to a record high, closing above 145,000. Excuse me. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq closed around 1.5% and 1.9% respectively, and of course the U.S. dollar. We can noticeably, guys, dropping about 0.65% and making gold and other risk assets more appealing. Gold, of course, spot gold and futures rallied. COMEX gold rose about 1.09 to around 33,418.50, while the MCX gold reclaimed that number again. And then thanks to the sulfur dollar rate cuts expectations, then of course we have that crypto rebounds, right? Have that crypto rebound. Bitcoin and altcoins all around the globe, guys. Bitcoin bounced back and then kind of went to that lower number around 117, reversing earlier weakness. Some sources showed a 5% surge to nearly 117,000, along with massive short liquidations, guys, about 380 million, and shift towards the green on the crypto fear and greed index, guys. Around that, the altcoin soared dramatically. Ethereum jumped around 14%, reaching a pretty high, guys, 4,789 intraday, hitting a new post 21 highs. And then we got the XRP, Solana, Dogecoin also soared, roughly about 6.4% and 9.1% and 10% respectively as well. And then additional data, guys, crypto saw rapid liquidation inflows. Over 300 million entered Bitcoin futures on Binance within 15 minutes of Powell's speech, pushing prices from lows near 112, again, roughly about 115. And then what next to expect, guys? Just some key takeaways, upcoming U.S. data. Watch for the jobs report. PC inflation and other indicators validate or challenge the dovish Fed tilt. Technical levels, keep an eye on the gold's resistance level near the 34,10, and Bitcoin's resistance band up to 114,015. And then, guys, on the equity side, equity momentum. Will this become a sustained late summer rally, or will volatility return on fading enthusiasm? No one knows. Market structure and liquidation shifts do matter, though. So, look out for that. And other than that, guys, we will get into a moment. Back over to you guys.
with the Hola Hola the rhythm of the trade, where the bold and the fearless are made. From London to New York, the thrill's the same. Step into the beat of the Hola game. Every tick, every move tells a tale. Navigating storms, we will prevail.
All right, all right. Tony, my man, what's
How
going
we
on?
doing this evening? How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's good. We got to start calling you Coach K. I mean, it is your last name, right?
uh, it sounds cooler.
No, it's
Coach
all good.
K.
That was great. That was great. It'd be better if you kept on reading the news, and obviously, it'd be great catchphrases could come from it. So we'll see. We'll see what we can
Yeah.
do. How was your day off? I mean, it's great to have like a full day
Oh man.
off. You know.
Yeah. That's that one day, which is that Saturday. That's the only day we pretty much get to get away
Yeah.
from the charts, soak it all in,
Yep.
and not have to worry about tickers and symbols and currency pairs and
Yes,
shorts and
sir.
longs. So yeah, I always fully take advantage of it.
Yeah,
This
yeah, I
weekend,
know. I know that everyone was wondering if the continuation to the upside was going to happen, obviously, once the futures markets opened earlier this evening. And I guess things are holding in there. It seems like it doesn't want to go down just yet. At least the U.S. Equities
yeah,
don't want to go down. So I don't know. I guess that they heard what Powell had to say, and they liked it and they believe it. That's the biggest thing, right?
yeah, they believed it. Whether that's
Yeah,
going to happen
yeah,
or
yeah,
not is
yeah.
a whole two separate thing.
I know, literally. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that it's like, okay, I don't know. Are they going to cut in September? Are they really going to have two 25 basis point cuts before the end of the year? I don't know. I really don't. Um,
Right,
of course, they
right.
always have to be like data dependent. That's what they've always prided themselves on. And, even into the end of the year, it's still Powell. I think that he's in the seat until May of 2026. So,
Mm.
he's still got some time to play it out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and to either deliver on his word or not.
Yeah, yeah, literally. That'll be the biggest part, right?
Right.
So we'll see.
That's
We'll
huge.
see how it goes, but I mean, only time will tell. Yeah, apart from that, I mean, it was very interesting week. I was actually on the futures takeoff every single day last week, so 5 days. So it was
Oh,
first
okay.
full time schedule. So we got to experience a lot of different market environments. I mean, I actually thought if you had asked me last Sunday, I was on with Coach. I think I was on with Tiger last Sunday, um,
Mm,
and or at least I was on with him on Wednesday for sure. And yeah, we talked a lot, and I thought it was going to be like just like kind of really nothing going on like Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday came
right.
around, and it was like very volatile. There were a lot of good trades, Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday hit, and it was just like stonewall. Like no one wanted to do anything. The market was really choppy. Yeah, it was tough to make. It was tough to make a buck. It really was.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure if you ever overlap with Coach Sam, but he's really like quick in and out scalping, and he's one of the
Hmm.
future coaches, and obviously like a huge face for Hola Prime. And yeah, he was doing
Right.
great. I mean, it was totally his market, right? Just things are moving so crazy up and down, sideways, and he's just scalping it up, making a couple grand left and right. So yeah, it was a good week. It was a good week, honestly.
You had something like that one of these days too, though, right? I actually caught one of your one of the those. I saw you had some good stuff going on one of those days. I'm not sure when that was though.
Yeah, yeah. So I had like a 5K day on Tuesday, and then I had a 10K day on Wednesday. And
You're
you
killing
know,
me.
it was really crazy. But that's the thing is that we talked about it a lot on on the futures takeoff side. It's one of those things that you come off like 2 huge days, and then like Thursday, I think my P&L was like $700, So, and then on Friday, well, yeah, a green is green, right? But it certainly wasn't like five or $10,000 or anything like that. Not making the whole month in a day or anything. But
Right.
no, and then Friday came around, I was up like $1,100. But the market environment was just so tough, and really like my strategy, especially when I trade Nasdaq, it's one of those things where I want it to just be trending. I want really nothing to be really partaking in the market, and I just want certain levels to be respected. If uh, support level is
Right.
identified, it actually is respected. We bounce off of it. I get involved in the movement, just like to the upside, in and out type thing. And that's all I'm really looking for. I'm not looking for any like volatile environment or crazy
No,
stuff happening.
I get you.
Obviously, like Friday, you look at any of the indices and it was just like, oh my God, you should have just been long. It's crazy. But again, like of course I'm not
Dude,
going to
what's
be
even
having a
worse is I
position.
was I was actually long. I was
Oh,
long
really?
US 30, and then I
Yeah.
closed it because I didn't want to be mad. So I'm like, I'm not gonna risk that. Going from
No,
trading
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
oh, poof, this thing popped. I'm like, close your laptop. Let's get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. I don't even know like what like per contract the notional dollar amount in gains that is was like 40 grand or something. Like, probably not 40 grand, but like depending on how many contracts you have.
Something ridiculous, dude. I'm like, I
Yeah,
hate when
yeah.
that happens. Now, had
No,
I
but that's the
stayed in the
thing is that
trade,
like,
it tanked.
yeah, yeah. I know. We were the same way. We were like, did we get long? Did we get long? Just like before the move ever
Yeah,
happened.
right.
And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's like it's very tempting to get long because of course you just witnessed, what would have happened, what would have, could have, should have, like we don't operate our
Yep.
trading strategies that way. So you just got to let it go. That's really not what we're
Yeah.
here for. We're not here for some sort of binary move to one side because you've been in the market so many times. Like there's positive news that comes out, market should be ripping higher, and it's selling off like faster than the Titanic going down, and it's just like, okay,
Right.
it's kind of a gamble. It's kind of a gamble. So like I don't do the 8:30, just like you, the red folder news. Like I don't do any of that.
Yep.
Like I don't have a position on when that stuff comes out, when that information drops, because it's anyone's ball game. It's up down, and
Yeah.
I have no idea, which way it's going to go. So I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah.
So that's all.
He actually heard something earlier today. I was just listening to some interviews, and it was like you're not missing a trade if you were never supposed to take it in the first place, right? So it
Yes.
feels
Yeah.
the move, but in
Hmm.
actuality, you didn't. That's your move to
Yeah.
take in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great quote. Yeah, I should probably write that one down, honestly, just so I can always remember it, because that's exactly what FOMO trading is, right? Is the fear of missing
yep.
out. It's one of those things where it's just like, I wish I was in this, but it's like, well, if you weren't in it, then you weren't supposed to be in it, and hindsight, the benefit of hindsight is always great, but it's also like a terrible curse because you get to see like what
Yes.
would have happened. It's like you can't operate like that, and
Right.
like I don't know many successful traders that do, anyways. So yeah, here we are. That's a great quote, though. I'm definitely gonna remember that one. Yep.
Yeah, for
And like
sure.
breaking down the individual movers, it's like gold was just like ripping, like all the precious
Yeah.
metals, gold, silver, like
Yeah.
just ripping to the upside. Oh my God. And like for silver is actually one of those things where I actually have an algorithmic strategy that runs on silver, but it's
Mm.
only for shorts. It's only for short because having gone through like years of back test, like a majority of the time silver comes down during the morning U.S. session and consolidates at levels. It's like at
Mm,
least more than 55% of the time, or 55% of the trading days, silver will have a little bit of a sell off. So it's like, if you're going from an algorithmic standpoint, it's better to have a strategy that
right.
just short sells. So I did, and
Uh,
I'm watching the chart, and I'm like, it's days like this that I wish I had just a trend following long silver short on, because I mean the thing went up like $1.10, which is like $5,500 per
right.
contract. And of course,
Right.
like, it was just a rifle to the upside in like 45 minutes, and for the Nasdaq, it was even shorter amount of time than that. It was 20 minutes, 20 minutes to the upside,
Yes.
and then we were just at the daily highs for the rest of the day. So it's just total
Right.
insanity. Yeah,
Those
yeah.
days are
So
wow. What in the world?
yeah, yeah, literally, yeah. I mean, it's so crazy. I don't know how to handle it, honestly. Maybe you
No,
can
I hear
help.
you.
I mean, I like to
No,
see a lot of your
it's
your other trades, and how like huge moves like this affect kind of
yeah.
your longer term view. The 1 hour, the 4 hour time frames, because it's just like sometimes it's just like, wow, yeah, gold was totally consolidating, around 30, 33.80, and then it just lifted, and it looks like bull flag, we're
Right.
going to the upside again for like the next week or two. But
Right.
we'll see, right?
Yep. And then this thing just off to the moon from there. You're like, what is happening?
Yeah, 4,000 obviously going to happen.
Right.
But we will see.
Sweet,
We will
sweet.
see, dude. So
We'll
yeah,
see.
I
We
mean,
can
great new segment, great start, and I think we can just like kind of jump into some charts, and like honestly, like I said, like take a look, see where we're sitting now after this dislocation to the upside.
right. And I say when moves happen like this, it's the best and the worst because like you feel like something's gonna continue going on, but then it takes days for it to kind of get back to where it was, right? Like you
Yeah,
was so close.
yeah.
Like I know a lot of people who were short go, eh, maybe it's
Yeah.
time, but sure enough, this
Honestly.
thing rips to the upside. Like whoa, this is kind of what I was looking at, right? Let's see, we can get my screen share, take a look at it and see. Uh, but yeah, it was definitely one of those things where it's like, so hard to tell what's going on here. I got a lot of stuff still from last week, obviously, so I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much erase and move things over.
Sure.
Um, right, but yeah, this was for me. This is definitely the expected move. Um, Obviously, we do this 5,200 cross to the downside,
Hmm.
so we got level two shorts, right?
Wow.
And we're expecting this price to come back towards this 200. So once we got around this 800 level, this was a super expected move. Um, and then from there, we're just for some type of pattern here to go back to the downside.
Hmm.
Um, we have this outside the band here on this TDI. And then as you can see, the market baseline is slanting up, but needs to come back around, make it there. Now, I don't know if I'd short this huge run up. We'll see.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We'll see how things actually go. But that move, it would be something more along these lines, right? Towards back down to this downside. So nice one for 1.5, not too bad. But yeah, for me, I was definitely expecting, say, once the 5,200 cross, the next thing I'm looking for is for price to run back towards the 200, right? So
Hmm.
not surprised at all that this move just popped right back to the 200. Now, in one move, that was a great move for them to, use the new to be able to run it back to this level. But Yeah, definitely was expected. I didn't expect this to continue to
Yeah.
go down because we were just so far away, and price has not touched that 200 EMA yet. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
it was definitely expecting that, but still level two short. Now again, I don't know if I would have to trade this to the short side, but according to the TA, right? Like I would
Yeah.
take a short over a long if I had to, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, Nas 100 just popped on up there on Friday, just like amongst other things. And again, US 30, which is this is the craziest part. This is where I was. I took this trade off. Whoa, down. Let's see. Yeah, I took this trade off all the way down here, and look what this thing does. Just crazy.
Honestly.
Just
Oh my God.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but you got to stick
This
to your,
looks this look
got to stick to your stop losses, your rules.
100%, 100, right? So same thing. 5,200 cross to the upside. You see, we're level two long,
Mm.
and we were looking
Yeah.
for some type of pattern off this 200 EMA. This was the first time price
Mm-hmm.
came and touched it. We got that first leg, closed the book. Second leg was nowhere near the first, not a double back. Once this closed up here, to go. Actually took this trade on Friday in the Forex session, Forex fight.
Yeah.
And I mentioned how, of course, just closed the trade before the news came out. That's exactly what I did, and this thing went to the moon so high up that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
this thing went. This would have been woulda, coulda, shoulda, but 3 for 1.
Yeah. 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 I know it's hard. It's hard to cut it, but I mean, just as easily could have gone to the downside. You know, it's one of those
Yeah,
things where it's just like, you're not trying to, play every single news speech, especially not a Jackson Hole speech, because it's like,
right.
once a year. Is it once a year? I think it is, right? It's like once a year, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you're right.
Yeah, yeah. So I think, I mean, my God, if it's been a year since the last speech, then this entire year has flown by. It's unbelievable. But yeah, no, I mean, you're not trying to play it off like that. So it is what it is here.
Yeah, just one of those things. Just gotta let it go. But on to the
No,
next one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Reload, wait for the next.
this one's done. Yep, yep, yep. This one's done for me. I don't even have a move on this.
Really?
Once we get the break above this level here, at a level in which it broke above it, right? So this is trading in that peak, which, as I mention all the time, I don't do that. Only trade level ones and level twos. So I'm expecting this move off the 200 to go back towards this peak. Of course, it did, broke right through it. After that, I'm done with the move. We need to turn all the way back around for me to engage back into it.
Yeah.
So close,
Yeah.
but no cigar. Kind
Mhm.
of sucks.
Mhm. I hear you. Yeah.
So yeah, I see a few people asking about the giveaway. We're not gonna do a giveaway for this session, but the next session in the Forex Fire session we will be, and then also the futures takeoff session as well. So you guys stay tuned for that.
Yep.
If you're looking
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
a free giveaway, right? So that's US 30, S&P, kind of the same thing, right? We got that peak high, so I want to stay away from that. Got this 1350 cross, so of course that's how you know we are in level 1. And then of course there was no move off of this level, but we got the 5200 cross, so now we know we're in level 2. So same thing. I'm looking for some type of structure off of this 200. Probably, let me go ahead and delete this now, actually, because seeing that we have this cross to the upside now, this changes things. All right, so now we got the 5200 cross. This would be now level 2 long. All right, so same thing. I'm just looking for price to come down, make some type of W structure off this level, back up to the upside here. Market baseline is already above the static, so I want to low. Give me some type of reload. I'll go ahead and copy this because I'm going to be using it a lot. So reload here. Then, of course, that move to the upside will look something like this. Right, so
Yeah.
not bad. This is actually one. So we could get some type of move off of here. That would be that 3-for-1 that would actually set up and work out versus some news play, right?
Yeah, literally. I mean,
So yeah, definitely want to keep my eye open for this one on S&P. That would be pretty nice. Gold, go. Looking for at the same thing, right? So I pointed this out last week to a few short traders or traders who want to short gold, and I said, hey, when I have this 5,200 cross, I'm only taking the first pattern off the 200, which is right here, right? To take this second pattern off this level, I would not take that, right? I'm only looking to take the first one. And I know a lot of you took this short right around here, and yeah, you see what happened after that. This is why I say I don't take the second move. Only the first move is the better one. The second one has a much less probability of running. So I just stay away from it altogether.
it's probably for the best.
Right. So yeah. Big time. Right. So same thing. We got this 5,200 cross to the upside at this point. Right. So we know once again we are level 2 long. And I'm looking for the same thing. Price to kind of come on back. Give me some type of structure off this level here. Back up to the upside. Actually has a lot of upside potential in this on gold. This is actually my number one pair that I'm looking at for next week to see if this can set up. On Tiger fundamental plays, gold is at like a 13 or 14. And I think he said the highest that he's ever seen is at a 15. So super bullish on gold.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really want to be any other way. You know, it's just one of those things that it's just it's always like looking for a reason to just go up, finds a reason, and then it does. So yeah, I would not want to be taking many shorts.
Unless you want to get squeezed. That's it.
Yeah. I definitely don't want that.
Right. So definitely want to be long on gold. I'm looking for it around these levels. This would be really nice if this sets up. So number one play for next week for me.
Yeah.
Next up, we got silver. Silver was this is the markup from last week, as you can see. This entire sentiment has obviously changed, and we're looking for pretty much the same thing as gold, right? Got the 5,200 cross here as well. Whoops. So same thing. Now we are level 2 long. And again, guys, just looking for that same thing. I definitely wanted to pull back some, right? Give days to kind of cool off. Kind of reload here off this level and run back up. Same thing. Lots of upside potential. Lots and lots. All right, this move.
So when you're looking at a huge just like up candle, what other than what is the white line? Is it the white line the 200 or the 800?
Yep, the white one's the 200.
Okay, 200. So are you really looking for a pullback to the 200, like that far down, or will you give it some room? Like, okay, it doesn't have to pull all the way back to the 200 and like consolidate a little bit to bounce off.
Yeah, so definitely, even with a huge candle up like this, yeah, I would still want to see it pull back to the 200 no matter what. Now,
Okay.
for what it's worth, this probably won't happen. Like, I doubt that we get a pullback or down after a huge candle like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It probably just won't set up. And in that case, if it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't set up, which would be that move off the 200, I just won't take it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
take a move off the 50, because for me, after the 50 200 crosses, the very first move is the move off the 200 and then the 50. So let's say, for example, if this comes down, oops, let's say it comes down and it bounces off the 50 instead of the 200, I won't take it.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it alone. I would just miss it. Can't say miss that move, right? Because I wasn't supposed to take it, but I just won't take it.
Sure. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Right. So,
Here.
and again, this will probably be one of those situations where it won't set up because this candle is just too big. Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just
But
so
any other
much
time, no matter what,
positioning.
I'm looking for that
Yeah.
to go. Like, no matter what, once the 5200 cross, the very next move in the cycle for me is that move off the 200. So it's either coming down to that 200 and it makes that pattern and I'll take it, or it won't do that and I won't take it. Yeah, one of the two is going to happen.
Yeah. 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 No, I hear you. I hear you 100%.
Right. Yeah, and then
No, we'll be
simultaneously, of course, I'll
following
be
it.
looking for that reload off this 200.
Yes.
Right. So
yeah, perfect.
yeah, so that'll be that move I'll be looking for off silver. Crude oil, as you can see, is actually attempting to set up the way it's kind of panning out here a little bit. So just want to see that same thing. Once the 5200 crosses here, I'm long, level 2 long, and I just want to see this bad boy do something along these lines. Close above, give me that nice reload as well. Market baseline go below the static, as I always mentioned, for the reload. And boom, I'd be looking for a move like this to the upside. Same thing.
Yep. Looks like
Anytime
Coach
I
Tiger's
get
in the
that
chat.
5200.
He's saying that crude is the problem child. So yeah, I know.
Oh yeah,
For sure. He'll be watching it
we always
closely.
mention that.
Don't worry, Tiger. He'll be watching it closely.
Mm-hmm. We always mention how crude's the problem child. It never sets up. This damn thing just either gets really close and goes the other way, or just
I know.
never sets up altogether.
Yeah, it's just been
The
like that
weirdest thing.
it's been like that for a while. Like honestly, like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It's just like it doesn't want to cooperate numerous times. It's such a
Right.
tough trader. Yeah, it's tough. Well, I wouldn't say it's a tough trader. It's just such a tough one that you're like, I want to have a setup on you, crude oil.
Yeah.
Like, please let it happen, and I'll do more
Yeah.
trades with you. And it just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't work out.
Right.
So yeah, exactly. Tiger problem child, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a big shout out to everybody
No,
else
like
that's in the
literally,
chat.
I
We
wouldn't
see you
have me.
guys. Yeah, anyone that has any questions, just throw them into the chat. We'll try to get around to them. Obviously, we're going through the charts right now, but yeah, I appreciate everybody for tuning in right now. Looking at U.S. oil, we looked at gold, silver. They kind of look the same, which makes hopefully taking trades a little bit easier, right? if the charts are looking a little bit the same.
It does. Just take the prettiest one, is what I always say.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Whichever one looks the easiest, right?
Yeah. Everyone's a layup.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, same thing on Bitcoin here. Headlines here. This should have said short. I don't know why it says long. I obviously, as I mentioned, I don't short Bitcoin. I'm just I just stay away from doing that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't short this, but that would be the next move in the second. Got the 5200 cross to the downside. Right. So I will be looking for some type of move to the downside as well. But again, even if this sets up, I'm not taking it. I just don't. Sure. I don't short Bitcoin. This thing's a monster.
Yeah.
So I will leave this one alone, to be totally honest. So moving along. Again, I know I actually trade together for the quote, so I'm gonna just leave this one alone as well. Cool. Jumping into some currency pairs, right? Um, that one was last week, obviously, to the downside, but since we got this spike up, we are now level 2 long, right? Got the 5200 cross, so we're now level 2 long. And same thing, just like the other ones. Just waiting for this to pull a decent level, which would be that 200 EMA, right? Some type of pattern, structure, something off this 200 EMA. Market baseline would need to go back below the static to create that reload. And I will be looking to take this long somewhere this back to the upside.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of level 2 trades because of this huge run either on a lot of these pairs. So definitely want to be on the lookout for these nice moves off the 200. Yeah, this will be my move for EU. EJ has turned around as well. EJ was a problem last week because I took it on Monday. Held this trade for a day. I never really swing trades, but I will swing it if it is Asian pair going to the next day or the next session rather. So I didn't mind swinging today. But sure enough, after a whole day, this thing was pretty much in the same spot. It got up just a little bit. I closed it and it tanked right after that. So that was a mess.
It can't always be perfect.
Literally held it for 2 days. I'm sorry, I held it for a whole 24 hours just to make nothing off of it. Like insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't all be winners.
Always sucks when that happens. Right. So same thing. Got the 5200 cross. So we are level 2 long. Right. And of course, I am still looking for some type of. Now this is pretty close. Right. Let's say you got this W structure. The thing is, market baseline needs to go below the stack for that reload. So this is not yet. Right. Nowhere near ready. Even if they see first leg, it's still not ready. We need to come out of the band here. So nothing too much on this one just yet. But I will be looking for to the long side on EJ. Next up, we have EN. Yeah, EN is all the way in level 3, so I'm not touching this one at all. As you can kind of see, we got this 5200 cross way back here. Right, and then this thing broke out the level a long time ago with that move right there. And then it did it again. This is way too high, so I wouldn't touch this at all. I'm not interested in EN whatsoever.
Honestly.
It's probably at the bottom of the list, the way this one looks. I won't touch this one at all.
Why? I don't see a V. Do you see a V?
Nah, this is just way too high. Like I want to see this do something maybe like this, pull back around, and I'll be interested in taking it to the short side in this zone.
Yeah.
Right. But super high like that, nah. I'm straight. I will pass. Pass on this one. EC. So really about this one. We got this 5200 cross, but as you see, price never touched this 200 still. It got close to it several times, but it never actually touched it. All right, so still be looking for some type of structure to the up. Reason being is, once again, there's no 200 touch, and that's needed. So I'll be looking to take it if it does something like that.
Wow.
Next up, we got EG. EG, I got stopped out last week. This was I took this trade right here, and this thing just right.
Yeah, you took it
What I
short.
saw
Yeah.
was, yeah, I was short on this move. Matter of fact, let me. So yeah, I was level 2 short here. As you can see, 52 cross didn't touch. I mean, after touch, price didn't touch the 200 at all on
Mm-hmm.
here. And I thought I saw this head and shoulders pattern to the short side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw, and sure enough, it just went against me, right? And I was telling myself, I was like, oh, I was kind of waiting because initially I saw this. Oh, let's make that last shoulder. And I was like, oh no, maybe I'm missing it. Actually, I can see like a little head and shoulders pattern right in here. Took it short, boom, it went right against me. I was like, well, damn, that was pretty fast.
Whoops. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, took a loss on that one.
Yeah.
Took a loss on that one. This trade right here actually had me down. I was red last week because of this one trade. I only had two
Wow.
setups. It was really, really choppy. I took the EJ and this EG trade, but this one had
Mm-hmm.
me red for a week.
That's rough.
So, yep. So I would EG again this week and get my damn money back. That would be awesome as long as it sets up.
Yeah, just as long as you stick to the rules, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So looking for something like this. We do got that 5,200 cross. There's still no reload, so it still has not actually set up.
Mm-hmm.
So still looking for some move back to the upside. Right. Something like level 2 loans. Not bad. This one was a 3-for-1 actually. It'll be great if I can take this trade again. So yeah, it'll take one from me to give me 3, and then I'll be up 2, so I can live with that.
Makes everything a little bit easier to digest at that point. Yeah.
For sure.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's hard
Cool.
in that EG trade. I mean it's just, but at least it's one of those things. It's just like you had a clearly defined stop. You get stopped out. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing you could do. Good thing you do get stopped out because obviously the chart looks a little bit the wrong side.
Right. Yeah. And just one of those things too where, hey, the only thing that matters is, did you follow your process? Were you supposed to take the
Yeah.
trade? Yes. If so, your edge was there. It just didn't play out this time. That's fine. Move on.
Yeah.
Right? Don't
Mm-hmm.
harp on it.
Yeah.
So most definitely. But yeah, EG got me last week. I'll be getting them back pretty soon here, hopefully. Next up on EA. EA is pretty high off of this as well. This is chopped throughout there. So I would want to see this come on back the other way, actually. All right, we just got this peak high set in. And I can tell that this is peak high here because we have this 1350 cross right here, the downside. All right, so we know in level 1, level 1 is short. And I just want to see something like this is kind of flat. I would much rather have seen do something like this, run,
Mm-hmm.
just hit up and then just have a good time. So this could
Yeah.
still happen, right? This could totally still happen. So I'll be looking out for this in the London session for sure. So level 2 shorts at the moment. And again, you can tell that this is level 1 because the 1350 crossed, but the 5200 has not crossed. So you're still in level 1. All right, so I'll be looking for some type of move to the downside. Oh, oops, that's the upside. To the downside. Right now, no matter what it looked like, as price got towards this 200 EMA, I will be not closing it, but move my stop loss to break even, just in case it bounced off of it and went the other way. I'll be good to go from there. Right, so level 1 short on EA. Let's see what we got here. GU. So we still GU is still level 2 shorts at the moment, and being is price hasn't actually crossed. This 5200 has not crossed just as of yet, but it looks like it will here pretty soon. Right, so more than likely for longs. I'll be looking for longs and level. Right. Same thing. I just want to see price come down, give me some type of pattern off this 200, back to the upside. Market baseline will need to go below the static, back above for that reload. And from there, then I'll be all over it. I'll be interested in this move at this point. Until then, I'm just watching it. All right, nice 2 for 1. I can deal with that. All right, so level 2 longs. Yeah. Level 2 longs on GU. If you got any trades or anything, or if you guys want me to go over a pair, anything at all, in the chat. Of course, Tony, if you got trade popping up short or anything at all, want to grab the screen, by all means, let me know.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Over to you.
No, I'm actually full disclosure. I'm actually short silver right now, just on a little move. Probably get out at some point. Just to no. I mean, it's a slow moving, right? As you're talking, and I like to take my mind off of a trade that's like overnight, because as you know, I don't usually trade during the evening hours. So it's like, I don't want to be like reading the tape tick by tick, especially like I said, so late in the evening. So I just pull up your chart and I'm like glued to it. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, we got to take this GJ trade, or the EJ trade. Like,
right.
Yeah. So actually it looks like there's a question in the chat for you. It says, Coach Michael, how do you ID your stop level? How do you identify your stop level? They say, is it just risk to reward, or is it like an MA crossing ?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, I always, no matter what, put my stop above the last swing point automatically, like no matter what. So hypothetically speaking, let's say I was to short this trade. In fact, I'm gonna just go to the 15. Give a better example, I guess. Let's say if I'm expecting a move that looks like this, right? Let's say I'm trying to short this back to the downside. My stop is going to go above that last swing, right? So this first swing point here, I will always put my stop 2 to 3 pips above that point. That's it. And I'm targeting pretty much the ADR low, which would be always this dotted orange line. And then from there, I can obviously see what the risk to reward is. As long as it's above 1.25, minimum 1 for 1. I mean, bare minimum 1 for 1. And this has to be really clean. Then I'll take it. But more than likely around 1.25. Anything over there is pretty good. But yeah, I'm putting myself above the last swing point and targeting the ADR low, ADR high, depending on the direction I'm taking the trade. So yeah, 2 to 3 pips above that last swing. That's about it. I don't know much further.
Don't give it too much room to rip on you.
Nah. if you come all the way back up here, you can have the trade.
Yeah, honestly,
it's yours. I don't want it anymore. By all means, you can have it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in this trade anymore after this year.
Oh my God.
Right. So case in point, like here, right? So we are level 2 short. All right, we got the 5200 cross. So level 2 short, and I just want to see now. Price is kind of making this move, but this is really ugly. Like This more or less looks like some type of shoulder, head, right? I'll probably wait for one more shoulder or something and then drop to the downside, right? Because really ugly. Like, and then at that point, right now, if I was to take the trade, my stop would go above this point, right? But let's say if it did give me one more shoulder, I'm gonna put my stop above that shoulder, and I would target the ADR low. All right, you can see here, risking $1, make $1.40. I'm cool with that. Right, so price market baseline is already above the static, so we already low, which is good on this particular setup. Right, the chart just looks ugly setup. So we'll be level 2 short though for sure. Next up, we got GA. Let's see what's GA looking like. So as you can see, we got the 52, and once again, price has not touched the 200 EMA at all until right now. All right, so with that being said, now I'm interested in starting to pay attention to this zone to take this back up to the up level 2 long. All right, in this case, seeing that I will be targeting the ADR high typically, which is about right here, which is $1.36. That's fine. But if it's really close to the yesterday's high, I just target yesterday's high, because what I found is just blow past this and just keep going since it's so close together.
Yeah.
So instead of the ADR high, how I would typically target, I would target high. Right. Market baseline is already below the static, so this was already kind of setting up. So we'll see if GA gives us some buying opportunities this week. So be on the lookout for that. GC, yeah, pretty funky looking. I'm kind of caught in this zone here. Yeah, I don't like this. So we got this peak high, got the 1350, kind of just chilling this little area here. I don't like this. Be interested in GC at all. It needs to do something else. I don't get in this area like this. This is ugly. I'm not into GC at all. This is a pass for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, too.
Oh, if it's not there, you don't need it, right?
Nah, I don't even attempt to mark it up if it's nothing there. It's just nothing.
Sure.
Just chop.
Yeah.
Chop.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of a little bit closer, right? So 5,200 cross, as you can see, we're level 2 short. However, if you look at price, you can see that it never touched the 200 once again. So I still wanted to see it come back, touch this 200, and then I'll be interested in trading to the downside. All right, market baseline has not come back above the static either, so there's no reload. Interested in a move that looks like this off of GF. All right. Next up, we got USD CAD. USD CAD is really high. Don't know too much about USD CAD. This is pretty interesting, to say the least. So we wouldn't see that one. We'll actually delete this from last week. All right. And again, once I get this, I'd like to point out, once I get this 5,200 cross here, and then I get the, right, so right there, level 2 long. All right, then next up, I get this pattern off the 200, which happened right here. Right, and it runs up, and once again, I want to point this out. Once it breaks, which would be right there in this case, I'm done with this trade going that way. I want to see it come back the other way at this point. This is nothing, right? I want to try to, if a W were to here off this 200 and go back up, I wouldn't take it. Why? Because as I mentioned on the last one, I don't take the second W's, only take the first ones. The first move is the best one. I only want to take this one back here.
Yep.
The high
Or
probability
if it's a V
setup,
formation, then it's just like, heck no.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. This one here is the high probability. The first W, half of that pattern, head and shoulders pattern after the 5200 cross. That first one is the powerful one, right? Just look at how this move was. It went nearly straight up, right? But it's only the first. The second one is questionable. So I never take. So for me, SD cat is nothing. Maybe the 50 and the 200 to cross to the downside, and we're level 2. If I can get priced to do something, some type of information, I'll short it back to the downside, right? But as of right now, it's nothing. Short it to the 800 here. All right, so USD CAD is a pass for the time being. As you can see, big old pass right here. This is absolutely nothing either. I'm not in USD CHF either. UJ, huge drop. Huge. I was just talking with Tiger about UJ. He was mentioning that this 200 pips in like 20 or something, like super fast.
Yeah.
Right. So probably leaving this one alone as well. This move is huge. So nothing on UJ. AUD CAD is looking like it's turning the other way at this moment. Hasn't happened yet, but as you can see, we do have this 5200 cross to the upside. Right, so we know we're in level 2 longs. All right, and then I would just be looking to see some type of structure going back to the upside off this move. Market baseline going below the static, back above for the recourse. That move will look to the long side, something like this. Right. Nice 1-for-1 60. I can do it. I can take it.
Yep.
All right, so nice. So this one has totally bottomed out on in you. And when I see stuff like this, it's ugly. It's so ugly that it gives me, like, it makes my skin crawl to see it just do this. It looks so ugly.
Yeah, I know. It's not always perfect, you know. And this one looks anything but perfect.
Yes. Look at those little candles. It's like Tetris, just blocks, just up, down. Like, ugh. Ew.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on here. All right, so we'll now be interested in this. Maybe we did get some type of bounce, right? We do got 1350 cross, right? So we in level 1 long, right? And then maybe we can get some type of bounce off of this area. All right, so maybe you can do something like this, some type of back to the upside. Maybe I touched it, but yeah, this price action to the left is just so nasty that it's discouraging. Like, I don't know if I want to, but if I did, it would look something like that to the upside. What else we got? Same thing. This one looks super identical, right? Not as ugly. Feel like it's a little bit higher, but still just as unattractive as in you. right? No, you level 2 longs here. And same thing. Get some type of bounce. Something back up to the upside. All right, so something along these lines. It's not too horrible. NF is in no man's land. I would not touch this one at all. This would need a lot of work. Right? We would do something like this, and I'll be in that move over there. But this will take time. So for now, this is not sure what that is. Yeah, AUD USD looks just like NZD USD. Both of these look pretty ugly.
Yeah, what was going on? Like that was just like the do nothing move before the Jackson Hole speech, I guess.
Right.
Like no one was making anything happen or something. Everyone's just sitting on their hands, afraid to
Right.
trade.
Right. Like when I see this, like, what in the world is this? Like that's crazy. Right. That's why it wasn't a lot of setups for me, at least. I mean, I know you mentioned that you guys had a decent amount, but my style,
Yeah,
I mean, man, it was not. I normally take I normally take 2 to 4 trades a week, right? And 2 is on the low end, right? But
Yeah.
last week it was literally just those 2 trades. And to be honest,
Yeah.
it looks like I was only supposed to take those. Nothing else really happened. It was just a very, very slow, tough week for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
again,
I
as I
mean,
mentioned, I was
as
in
we
red.
approach like Thursday, Friday, like, and then obviously the market got dislocated to the upside. It was just like there was nothing to do after that. You know, it was like the move already happened. Either you made money, you didn't, and now we wait. Right, we wait for just time to go on, let things settle out, let these levels kind of catch up to each other, and yeah, see where we can't shake things out to. You know, there's no
You
reason to
said it
force it.
perfect. Yeah, if you guaranteed you're gonna lose more money.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
way it
and don't be
goes.
gambling. Yeah, don't be gambling.
Yeah, you might luck up and come out on top, that day, or that week, but long term,
Yeah.
that's not sustainable because you're gonna try that again, and that's where you're gonna be humbled by the great.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. By the
Right?
powers that will move the market, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They can be
Looks
real
like
good
someone
at
in the
night.
chat, Niche Crazy, is looking. He's asking, "Do you guys do gold?" So I don't know if you want to pull up the XAG. I mean, sorry, XAU
Yeah.
chart
He
again.
was on
Yeah.
8, so I don't forget where we are. Okay, so yeah, we look up gold. Gold. I'm looking for something like this week. In fact, gold is, I might have mentioned, is my top setup for this week. Again, I don't know if it's going to pull all this. I would love for it to, so I can actually get my position on. But I will be looking for some type of bounce somewhere, right? Like even if it bounced, I mean, I wouldn't take it if it bounced off this level, but I see it bouncing off somewhere around this level, which is 30, right? So somewhere around 33.60, I can see it off that level. But yeah, I need a steeper. Yes, the market continues to move. The EMAs are going to, rise. So it might not necessarily this low, but no matter what, I just want to see some type of pullback toward EMA, no matter what. I don't care what price point that is specifically to pull back to that level or to that area.
Yep.
So yeah, gold, I'll be looking for this. Right. Let's get back to where we was on AF. So just a few more. I'll go ahead and pass you, Tony.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, not too much action. Like last week was kind of, again, this is still kind of coming out of these awkward areas. Typically, as I mentioned, this is that. So just look at this. When I see my path after I see the peak low, I want to see a nice run up, right, and then pull back area, right. So something like that. When I see this is ugly. This is not a run up. It just kind of slowly went to the sideways right here. Like this is super ugly. Super. I would have wanted to come up here, run up, boom, give me some action, and not just slide to the side like that. It's just nasty looking.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't touch this either. EF, this this week. In fact, this is one of my top 3 setups actually. So as you can see, 5,200 cross. So we are level 2. Price it just touched the 200. So I do want to see it give me some type of action this way. Now again, normally I would target that 80 or low, but yesterday's low is so close to it. I just will target this. Right, so that price point there. And then we got the market baseline. It's just now coming above the static. So we are just now getting that reload as well. So looking good. This one could totally set up. I'm going to set an alert and say, check this out. All right, check this out.
Yeah.
Right, so not bad at all. On EF, ugly. I'm leaving it alone. It's ugly. I don't even know what's going on. All right, so I'm passing this one altogether. FJ, you see, I got in trouble. What the hell? Like, what is this?
It's research.
Yeah. This
tells you something. I don't know what it tells you.
Right. So, it tells you to leave this thing the hell alone after this shit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right. Got Cash Swiss, same thing, 5,200 cross. We know we're in level 2 short. Right. Price has not touched the 2. So I want to see some type of pullback to that area to the short side. Right. Baseline has not crossed above the static, so there's no reload. So I want to see something like this before I engage. Right, something along these lines. Next up, we got AUD NZD. Yeah, we'll leave this one alone too. This one is really high on the curve. We are in that peak high. Once again, once we get this 5,200 cross and we have our W structure, which wasn't really a W, this was more of a funky pattern, but it did happen. Right, which was about right here. Right, that was more or less the move. Once this above that level, which was again right, this thing's done. This is now in level 3 peak high. I'm not trading this. This will need to turn all the way around the other way. So this is a total pass. When I say NZD pairs are really ugly with this spike, with that news that happened, I think they downgraded something by some basis points or lines. So lots of spikes, whether to the upside or the NZD. So it's kind of messed up a lot to have the NZD pair in it. So from this one too, AJ, not too bad. You can kind of see this is starting to kind of pan out of what I actually kind of drew here, right? So if anything, we were looking for, we got this 1350 cross here. All right, so we know we are in level 2 longs. right? And again, just got want to see some type of run up, bounce off this. Now, we'll second leg here because this is kind of funky looking the way that made that happen. But yeah, I can totally see taking it up to the upside in this direction. Now, the only thing to be careful about this would be the fact that this 800 EM is sitting right smack. So once price got to this, definitely want to have your stops to break even for sure, just in case it came back. Just be another thing too. I would really only trade AJ and NJ in Asia session. I really won't be interested in trading it outside of. Um, so we definitely need to set up basically now in the next 2 hours tops.
Mm-hmm.
Want to try to trade this in London or anything.
Yeah. That's when you think the biggest pushes are going to happen, or is it a liquidity thing?
Yeah. So for me, the pairs like AUD, NZD, APY, or the JPY, since both of those pairs are Asia pairs, that's where they typically move. Like it'll typically move during that session. So like if we can kind of look here, all the blue boxes are. Now obviously it's not always going to be like that, but they might just do the continuation of the move. But like if we look here, um, so interesting enough, there's kind of some bad examples, but because it seemed to be moving during New York too, right? But I don't like to trade them out because it jumping in, and really it seemed like the accumulation distribution, that entire phase. They're typically doing the distribution phase in Asia versus accumulation phase in Asia, like a lot of the other pairs.
Yeah.
I tend to just only trade it in Asia, but it's mainly these three, which is why they are at the very bottom of my list. On my watch list, as you can see, N, AJ, and NJ at the very bottom, because these are like strict near Asia session pairs. The rest of them are fine.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can trade the rest of them in any session for the most part, but these three specifically, I just only like to trade them in Asia. So, yeah, and we got NJ, which is ugly too. We got this peak low action going over here, but this thing is just going sideways. Literally the epitome of the market, right?
Yep. No, there's not much that you can do about it. I mean, it's just don't, obviously, stick to your setups and try not to get caught up. That's the name of the game, people.
Yep. And take, like I think Troy says on his Know Your Coach video, just take the same setup over and over again, because at least that way it's predictable. Right? So,
100%.
Yep, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much on my side. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I like going through all the pairs, and some of the times I write a couple of them down even for me to take a look at, only because I'm not looking to trade them, but definitely look to follow and see what happens with the chart, because yeah, man, I mean, your strategy, like, it works out pretty well generally, as long as you understand like what's actually going up and down, and the key drivers, and obviously what to look for.
Mm-hmm. And it's the weirdest thing, right? Because it's one of those things where it's like, I think that this could continuously show up over and over and over and over again across the charts, and it's like, actually, it can.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's a cycle. I can literally identify exactly where we are with this. Now, if you can get in and take the trade, that's an entirely separate story. But more or less, I want to see it set up something similar, to that. Right? Like kind of when I mentioned about EU, what was the EU setup? Oh, here it is. Here, this, and I don't want to use the words "I'm surprised" when it doesn't work out, but I'm a little surprised when it doesn't work out.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, like it's things where clearly my strategy is not 100%. So out of 100 trades, I know I'm still going to lose a decent amount of them. Technically, if I hit 64%, that's what, let's say 65. That's still 35%. I'm gonna still miss 35 at least. So I shouldn't be surprised, right? But at its
Yeah.
core, pretty robust, and it's all the time, like over and over. The only thing is being able to see it. That's literally the only piece, right? Because I just love to point out you're never ever ever going to get on here and see me say or do anything else. It's not contradictory things at all. Now I might say, hey, you know what? Instead of me taking quarters off once I get to my stop loss to break even, I'm going to take off halves, right? I think that's the thing that I changed most recently because I was getting taken out at break even quite a bit. Like I want to say for like 5 weeks. So like this is occurring a little bit more than it normally does, and I'm like, all right, I need to take half off instead of a quarter. So I just recently that, but outside of that, I mean, I'm saying the same thing every week over and over, and I'm just pointing out these same setups on the chart that have just been panning out and working for ages. Right? Like, it's the craziest thing too to see my mentor point this same stuff out before I, could see it, and now that I can see it this way, it's just as he would say, once she sees it, she can't unsee it. It's there.
Yeah. Literally, it
same,
is. I mean,
thing.
Even myself, I catch myself finding, the M's, W's, like kind of looking to bounce off of the 200, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, definitely should take a second look at it.
Seriously, it's there's a million ways to catch that, but when I do see this, or like say for example, the move was here. Once the 5,200 cross, I always say the next move is off the 200, not the 50. Let's say one would look at this move here and try to take the bounce off and look what happens. It doesn't go. You might even try to take it again off here. It doesn't go. Right? Then if you held it for one, you definitely got stopped out. But it's not a coincidence that as soon as you got this half a back pattern and price closed above this level here, that price took off. Right? They gave you one last little piece right here with this pullback and say, hey, you either get on right now or we leaving. Right? Pull back, gave you that one last little adios, and boom, this thing it took off.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right?
Yeah. It's not waiting for nobody. And that's trading, honestly.
Yeah. But that's what I like to point out though, right? Like you can't make sure you take the moves the right way because it can totally get you. Right? Even with this one. After the 5,200 cross, it's like, oh well, I thought it was 5,200 cross, and then you take the bounce off the 50 after that. You do. Oh well, why you couldn't take this one? See, that's a great question. This would have naturally been the move, the next one to take. However, as I always point out, on the TDI, you can't take the move if the RSI line is outside the band like this. It needs to be inside the band. Case in point, let's say you tried to take the move right here, like this, right? Which is the exact move, obviously, that I took. But if you look at the TDI, once again, you can't take that move over here. Why? Price is outside the band right now. It just created the outside structure, right? So you want to see one more pass or test to that level, which to me is typically a close below the 13. So how price closed above the 13, I want to see it close back one last time on the chart here. simultaneously, once this happens, I want the RSI line to be inside. Once it does
Mm-hmm.
that and then flips back around, then I'll take it. Right?
So
Lots of nuances to it.
when you're trying to identify the pattern itself, how many times do you see the price outside of the RSI band? I mean, obviously, it's like depending on
Um,
what the market's doing, right? If it's like a chopping around, moving in huge swings, then it's probably not really going to be
mhm.
outside the band. But if like nothing's going on, and then you have a huge formation start, right? It's usually a big pullback or a push
Yep.
up, and then you have like
Yep.
the little hills, little mounds getting drawn. So, yeah, do you usually see like a push outside of the RSI on the price
Yep. If
at the
it's a
start of a
sharp move.
formation? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So for me, it will hardly ever be a time that I don't take a trade if I didn't see price outside the band first. Because this is the major clue in to me that all right, this theoretically should be the lowest that price should go. So
Yeah.
when I come
Okay.
on here and I see this RSI line is outside the band on the TDI, and I'm looking at the chart,
Mm-hmm.
theoretically speaking, price should not go below there. If it does, I
Sure.
definitely don't want to be in that trade anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
I got you. Mm.
if it takes out that level, this thing could definitely keep going at that point. Right? But if you closed above the 13 EMA and you come all the way down here, you can have this trade. I don't even want it anymore. Right?
Yep. Yep. I
It's
hear
like
you. Yeah.
I'm like, give me your shoes. I don't even like those shoes. You can have them. I don't even like those shoes.
Screw
Look,
it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling the market makers, I don't even like this trade no more, Mr. You can have it. I don't even want it. Here, take my.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even want to be in this trade anymore.
Yeah. Please go
Right?
ahead. Take it.
Yep. But that's why I always say outside the band. Like when I take the setups, it's always outside the band, inside the band. And so like when I draw this W structure here, this this first leg, I want to be outside the band. The second leg, I want to be inside the band. I want to close above that
Mm-hmm.
13 EMA. Right? Market
Mm-hmm.
baseline goes
Mm-hmm.
below this static line. Because for me, this is the manipulation phase. How we got accumulating all the contracts. Once the market baseline goes below this white static line, that's part of the manipulation phase where now they are working those levels and really faking people out. And that just looks like that double or W, right? Because people this is a W,
Yeah.
double bottom, double top, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. It's all about what's happening behind the chart, right? That they're dipping into this area, they're pulling away, right? They got everybody thinking it's going long at this point, right? Then they pull back to this area. People who are going long, like, oh, I was wrong, reversed the position, short. Those people who went long over here, right? At this point, because they're probably at break even, right? So it's a whole lot of manipulation going
Literally.
on
Yeah.
at this particular. Yeah, and some traders went short right here, right? So they went short, recessed the level, right? Now at this point, when it's back around, I want to see that above the 13 for me to finally take it. That has now that okay, the manipulation phase much over. It's gonna go ahead and roll over to that distribution phase at this phase at this point, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if there's no
Yep.
close back of the EMA, and let's say it does, messes around and drops off, I would have never been in that trade. So I'm literally
Mm-hmm.
getting the best of
Well,
both worlds, doing it that way, right? Because a time where it'll look like it's gonna go and then it doesn't, right? I don't have that confirmation, of that above. I'm not in it anyway, right? But they are working the level, like working the mess out of the level here.
yeah. Yeah. I know. It's literally like so odd. It's so odd.
Yeah, they're tearing them up, tearing them up.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about if you was to watch I don't know. I'll say basketball. You just see. I don't know if you know. What's the guy's name? Kyrie Irving with the handles, right? He just right in
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of you
Kyrie.
dribbling. You
Yeah,
can't take the ball if you tried. What the market makers doing? They dribbling all in your face, just confusing the hell out of you, right?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Literally. Oh my
And
god.
that's just the crazy thing is that's just one pattern. They really mess people up when they throw what I call back pattern and make this move. They're doing the same thing, but they're really getting them right because some of these people are like, instead of them really come down and testing this level, on this particular example, they've already got the money that they needed. They're not coming nowhere near this level because they will release those traders that's trapped. So they just
Yeah,
work them even
yeah.
harder within this level. Right? If it couldn't get
Oh,
any more confusing, right? You have voters pattern, right? Where whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoops, whoops, gotcha.
yeah, yeah. I know. It's like so frustrating if you get caught up in that type of stuff.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep. Because
worst
it's kind of
place to
like,
be.
damn it, they got
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
they got it, they got it, right? So yeah, I just love it. Like things, right? Is to just be able to be patient enough to wait that up, right? Because there's
yeah,
plenty of times
yeah,
where I know I'm supposed to wait to take the, and the old me would say, take it, click the mouse. You click the mouse, it ends up never setting up, and you was never supposed to be in that trade. And then after the fact, you're like, well, how do you feel now, Mike?
yeah,
Told you shouldn't
yeah.
have
I
did
feel
that.
like I did the
You
wrong
knew
thing.
better.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Man.
One of those
Yeah.
things is like, how many times you have to do that before you finally realize, the smart thing to do is to just wait, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Literally. I mean,
Just
again,
wait.
it's going back to the basis. It's like don't force it. I mean, if there's no trade to be
Yeah.
had, then there's no trade to be had. Like, what the heck are you doing trying to
Yeah.
make something happen? Unless you're just trying to lose money. I mean, that could be your MO.
Seriously. 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 It's kind of like,
Seems
dude,
like a
because
couple of
trust
people
me,
I
with
know
that
can
approach,
do that.
that's all you're
Yeah,
gonna do. Is continue to,
yeah.
right? That's all you're gonna do.
Hmm.
And for me, like it was one of those things, that's when I say journaling kind of really stepped in too, and I start tagging the trade, right? And like one of the mistakes, because you tag them by the setup, the mistakes, and maybe like a special tag with like the execution. But
Sure.
mistakes that on there was jumped in too early. And once you're tagging the trades, you can track it, at the end of the week, end of the month, end of the year, whatever. You do your and you can kind of look and see what was your top stake that you made. Easily see that, dude, you lost X amount of dollars
Yeah.
just off jumping in too early. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So we gotta really stop doing that. All right.
For real, for real. I can try. You
Right.
can try. Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. Because mine for the longest used to be, I stress now about like how I say this, you have to have the reload. No reload, no trade. Because that execution at the very top of the list, no
Yeah.
reload.
Yeah.
Taking
Hmm.
trades with
Hmm.
no reload. It's like I'm losing a lot
Hmm.
of money by trying to get W's in level two. Yeah, it looks perfect. No reload, you're gonna
Hmm.
lose.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in
And
essence, you're
especially with like
skipping.
it's just one of those one of those strategies that it's like let time go by because it will tell
Mm-hmm.
you whether or not this is actually playing out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, that's the hardest part sometimes. Just do nothing. It's like the hurry up and wait thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But then
No, I
notice
hear
you're
you.
like,
I
man,
mean,
I'm
it's so
losing
tough.
all this
Yeah.
money on simply no reload trades. If you would
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wait and let it happen, and then the next time
Hmm.
around, right, set off the list, and these start actively going and going. It's like, all right, now you're hitting on these trades, these W's off the 200, right? And it's like they got like, man, all right, that was it. That was it. That was sometimes to find out, right? Like it takes a very long time sometimes to kind of figure it all out.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Eventually
huge,
you get there.
especially with the say eventually.
I know that's a key word, right? It's unfreaking believable.
Right. Well, cool. I'm rambling. Let me see. Share Tony's screen here.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoops. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm looking. Outside of that, really quick, just the news. It looks like light news week. I like really quick too. I know I did when we first jumped in, but I'm only really into no days really. Some holiday
Really.
for
Yeah.
GBP. We got news at 2:30 p.m., which is late. And really worried about that. Then we got news at 9, so I'm not really worried about that at all. Wednesday, there's no red folder news at all, so Wednesday is wide open to trade. That's super cool. Wednesday's Tiger's birthday.
Oh yeah, perfect. All
um,
right, we'll try to have no losses on that day.
right. That we are gifting him.
Yeah. Honestly,
And
yeah.
8 Thursday, we got 8 morning. You know, days at 9, and that's really it. So pretty light day on the news as far as red folder news for the entire week. So should be a good trading week. I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to seeing what we get.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, it should be. Obviously, like we said, there's going to be a lot of digestion of this move after the Powell speech. So we'll see. I mean, it's like almost like record highs again of some of these indices, but at least we're consolidating, right? And we're potentially making
Right.
another push to the upside.
Finally.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everyone's
Yeah.
401ks must be a bit happier.
Yeah. They getting a little
And
break.
yeah, a little bit of a reprieve, right? So yeah, I mean, for me, let's see. I mean, I really just want to discuss what happened on Friday. And then I guess I'll kind of just pour into the silver trade that I had tonight that kind of just netted me $1,000 in one of the direct accounts. Um, yeah, no more practice accounts over in this space. We're going full direct with Hola Prime. So we'll see if we can't become the top trader at Hola Prime, right? I'll be competing with Coach Michael here. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So basically, one of the things that I'm doing is that 15-minute opening range on this is NASDAQ here. Let me just blow it up for everybody. And this was kind of the move. The little blue line is previous day's close. It obviously acts as support or resistance generally if nothing's really going on throughout the morning. So, I mean, we kind of were just floundering around. I mean, at least it was good with, with myself and some of the other traders. If for anyone that was on the futures takeoff session on Friday morning, you get to hear everything in real time. We're talking about the Jackson Hole speech. We're essentially saying like, I'm not having any position, whether it's throughout the entire morning or especially not having a position on, 2 minutes before the actual speech starts because we expect volatility or whatever, or we just come in and honestly, it'd probably be one of the best days to be late to your job because then it just forces you to not even be able to push the button, right? And that's great. Right. You don't make any money, you don't lose any money, but you live to fight another day. And most importantly, you get to watch what happens. Because obviously when these things occur, it's kind of like jump ball, like it's anyone's game here, and it can go up or down or freaking sideways, but generally not. So it's more information so that you can figure out what the market is actually looking at, how the market feels, and how it pertains to obviously your strategy. So, I mean, you see it like we just ripped. This is a 2-minute chart, on the NASDAQ. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standard deviations to the upside in a matter of 18 minutes, it looks like. So that is just like a huge move, just totally
Right.
directional. And obviously, it's one of those things where if you are ripping that much that quick, you can kind of count yourself out for any sort of shorts that might occur
Yeah.
that day. And if you don't know that, if that's not apparent to you or abundantly clear to you that when the market's ripping like that in a matter of like 15, 20 minutes, you should not get short. I'm telling you right now, do not get short if that happens. Okay, because
Yeah.
it will not end good for you. Okay, so like
It will not.
that's fact. That's God's word. I'm telling
Right.
you right now. Please don't. So, and it's a good thing that you didn't, right? Because you just like you never would have known. You never would have known when we were going to get a little bit of a pullback. It looks like it was like the 5th standard deviation, which totally surprised me. I expected us to go 6 because of the severity of the move and obviously how bullish I guess the market was perceiving this Jackson Hole speech from Fed Powell. Obviously, he kind of just said that he was, I guess, conceding. I mean, that's what people kind of said, that he was conceding to a rate cut of essentially 25 basis points in September. He didn't say any of this stuff. Obviously, it's all
Right.
just kind of reading the tea leaves of how they view the U.S. economy over at the Federal Reserve and what they plan on doing in the next quarter. So that's kind of what we were doing. I mean, I think I took, like 2 or 3 trades over the entire day, and then you see like just from 10:15 in the morning to like the end of the day, honestly, like just like till 4 p.m. It was just range bound in between these two levels. And I'm sure like a lot of people just kind of get chopped up from, as Coach Tiger likes to say, diddling in the middle, right? Like you're in the middle of a range. You don't know if it's going to catch support. You don't know if it's going to act as resistance, go up, go down, do whatever. And you kind of just end up losing money both ways. And you lose even more for everyone that's still watching. You lose even more when you hit this little button right here. Hang on. You zoom in for everybody. This little button. Oh, I know that you can't see it actually because you can't see my cursor. Damn it. Yeah. So it's the reverse position button that I'm talking about, everyone.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
If you constantly click that, and if you're a day trader, okay, if you're a day trader, obviously, I don't think Coach Michael's clicking the reverse position button anytime soon. I mean, I'd be surprised if he actually ever clicked it. I'd really be surprised because your strategy is just so great, just so clearly defined entry and exit
Yeah.
points.
Be
Obviously,
able to
jump
go
into the
long
trade.
and then short. Yeah.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
go exactly.
Just
But
do the opposite. You'll make
the
money,
one that's even worse is the double down position. That's the second worst button.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, double down, average down. I'm losing here, but it could be the bottom.
Right.
That's
There you
definitely
go.
not the place that you want to be in. So watch out for that, everybody.
Right.
Because like we were kind of saying earlier, like I use a terminology that the market got dislocated to the upside, right? And it did. What I mean by that is that it just had a huge move, that so much potential energy was expelled in such a short time frame that of course nothing really
Right.
happened over the course of the rest of the day. And that happens occasionally, like it's usually around news events, as Coach Michael likes to say, like the red folder events, right? Where it's like it's market moving, it's going to break one way or the other, And it's also going to help kind of shake out certain levels and like have more price discovery, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. And it just helps you kind of
Yeah.
figure out the general dynamic, general sentiment of the market. So that's kind of all that happened. All that happened on Friday. And but depending on your strategy, like you also, that's the other thing, is that you also have to know your strategy. Okay, especially if you're like someone like me that's like a day trader, right? Or if you're someone like another guy that we have here, Coach Sam, who's like a really really high frequency scalper almost,
Right.
where he stays in a trade for 20 seconds or 30 seconds or maximum 2 minutes, which to me is like, wow, okay, like that's a very really short time frame. Coach Michael is
Yeah.
like, that's not even a time frame for him at all.
It's
Yeah, I know.
right.
so, so I mean, it's pretty funny. Like you just gotta know your strategy, because then, right, you can also like time it, right? Say,
Mhm.
I don't know. Say you have like a strategy like Coach Michael's, and like you're kind of, it's a Friday. Maybe you want to take the day. You want to go for a long weekend with your family or something, and you know that this FOMC stuff is coming out. Like, go ahead, take the day, right? Like, if you're
Yeah.
probably not going to have a trade because you know how your strategy operates. Like, you're more longer term, or at least
Right.
you wait and time's on your side, and you kind of wait for the pattern to emerge more clearly before you get into a trade. Then like, it's all the power to you. You just freaking
Right.
f off, and like don't even bother wasting your time sitting around for this 15-minute move that happened, and then nothing happens for the rest of the day. So yeah,
No,
so
you're so right. Like you're so right about that,
yeah,
right? Too, because a lot of the times when you have, and obviously this isn't set in stone, but when you have such a big fast move like that, they're done for the day, right? They finna
yeah,
chop
oh
everyone
yeah,
else up who thought
yeah,
who has that feeling of, man, I missed the move, right? You want to jump
hmm
in because you
hmm
think
hmm
it's continuing up,
yeah,
or you want to short it because
yeah,
you back down. You're just
yeah,
getting chopped
yeah,
up. The move is over with,
hmm
and they know that, right? So they just hold the
yeah,
level for the entire day. And guess what? It's Friday like it was, and you just didn't close the trade. Now you got to pay swap too. All
yeah,
part of
yeah, yeah.
their,
It's true.
part of their
It's
it's all
true.
part of the stuff that gets you, right? I would say like the
Yeah,
market maker utility of stuff to be able to get you with. Like, yeah,
yeah,
that's obvious. I don't expect this
yeah,
thing to
yeah.
just keep going. And again, if you had
I
urge
mean,
that you move, that's it.
hmm
Just let it go. Yeah,
yeah,
just take the day. When I seen on Friday that move happen, I knew I was done. There was no trades or anything
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Oh, that's it. We're done. We're
Pack
done
it
for the
in.
day. He
Yeah,
said, I'm out of
yeah, yeah,
here. I'm close. Yeah, I'm out of
yeah.
here.
Go to the beach. Yeah, get the heck out of
Yeah.
here.
No,
Literally.
the
So
funniest
yeah.
thing is, seriously, we went to Cancun. We actually stayed up there for the weekend. Staycations here are super dope,
Mhm.
by the way, because they got all
Oh
the
yeah,
resorts and stuff.
yeah.
But we
Freaking paradise.
went to
Yeah.
Cancun. Yes, stayed at one of the resorts for the weekend. That was it. I
hmm
come back here on Sunday when the market open back up.
Yeah, I
But
know.
staying
Yeah, and
there
then you
on the
start
Friday,
reassessing. Setting your alerts,
yep,
and if it gets
yep,
to a level that you like, you'll take a look at the chart again, and if it's playing out, it's playing out. If not, you move on. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, actually, that was
I have
that
to
was
sit
something
there.
that I was actually thinking about that, because you and I have been doing these sessions, and obviously, you're down there in Mexico, and like, has moving down there like affected your trading in a positive way, I assume, or maybe in like a negative way? Probably not, because you probably still wouldn't be living there if it was affecting you negatively. But
Right, right. No, I would say the only difference would be here. One on the hell yes side, right? A lot
mm,
slower here. It's a lot easier. Things are a lot
yeah,
less expensive. So the money and pay all these bills, look, I don't have it, right? Like I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
any of that pressure. It's literally moving here. We paid. I've saved 75% on all my bills by moving.
Oof.
75%.
Woo.
Yeah. So
I
from
know. Yeah.
a money standpoint, hell, much better. Like this is something I can get with, right?
Oh
So I don't
yeah,
have that
yeah,
pressure to,
yeah.
oh, make win trade so I can pay the bills this month. I don't have that.
Uh-huh.
Like not one bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So your
Right.
quality, so
I can.
your bills go down, your quality of life goes up. Quality of life goes up
Yep.
even
Yep.
more because you don't have to worry about the finance so much. It's just like, why
Exactly.
would you not? Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's real too, right? Even like on my coach, the Know Your Coach video, how I said, living here has taught me to slow down, breathe, and be present, right? Like it's a real thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a lot slower here. So any of that crazy stuff. Like I used to live in Atlanta, midtown, right? And bills were sky
Yeah.
high. It was all over the place. We call it the hustle bustle, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
night, right? So I would say on a good, the only thing that was a little bit off was the fact that we don't reckon like saving times here. Half the
Yeah,
year
sure.
I'm Central Time, and the other half of the year I'm Eastern. So that one little thing is the
For sure.
I would say the only downside of it. But other than
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
all good.
Yeah, yeah,
Tremendously
literally.
has much better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Coincidentally
That's awesome.
enough, my trading has gone through the roof since being here. And once again, it's
Yeah.
I have time to think, I have space to think. I don't have to worry
Mhm.
about whatever. Dude, one good trade for the this is the funniest thing, but I'll say it anyway. One good trading day can pay probably all of my bills for like 2 months. So
Literally. Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah,
patient,
yeah. Yeah, oh yeah,
right?
yeah. You let it come to you. Yeah, you don't go chasing any trades here.
Yeah, there's no need to because I know what that'll get me there. And this is one of
Oh
those rare
yeah, yeah.
opportunities where it's not like, oh, this is baseball, right? And
Mhm.
let's say they throw a strike, they threw it right down the middle, and I have to swing at it. I don't get
Yeah.
nothing. I could just sit
Yeah.
here and wait for it to come to me. The a perfect setup. Take it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No, no. I mean, it's a great answer. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, obviously, I just like, yeah, I was wondering about that, because obviously being up here in the
Yeah.
Northeast, I'm in freaking Boston. It's just like
Yeah.
this is getting a little ridiculous, and obviously the summer's ending, so it's just like after
Right.
the summer's over. I mean, and summer's not even good in Boston, right? So it's like you
Mhm.
escape the city and it's just like, so what are we still doing here? Because now we're going to go into the winter months, and
Right.
what does Boston somehow improve in the winter? No, it gets even worse.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's just,
Right.
the prices. It's like unbelievable, dude. When I first moved to Boston, I was renting a one bed. It wasn't even a one bed. It was like a studio with this like sliding door that made it apparently one bedroom. But the door was a piece of crap. So they rented it to me, and it was on a fourth floor walk up. So you had to walk up
Mm.
four floors, okay, to get to my
Yeah.
place. And the ceilings can't. So like they're like this because it's basically a freaking
Hmm.
attic, and like you hit your
Right.
head and stuff. And it was like I don't even know how many square feet it was because it was so tiny. It was just like a kitchen and the bedroom and obviously the bathroom. And they were renting it to me for $2,400 a month. Okay, and this is before COVID. So
What?
yeah, 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 yeah. And it was like near downtown, so and it wasn't nice. It wasn't luxury. Like the windows were like teeny tiny little boxes full of depression. Like
Right.
you go outside to escape the depressiveness of your apartment. So yeah, and then like we did like two beds for like 7 grand a month in like some of the newer buildings, and it's
What
still not
in
a lot
the
of space,
world?
but like yeah, 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 yeah. This is Boston. This is Boston. Like it's
Seven
terrible.
grand?
Yeah, for two bed. Yeah, two bed, two bath. I
Wow.
mean, if that makes a difference to you.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And it's not even that's not even like obviously the nicest building because, they have ultra luxury real estate out here and it's just totally insane. I don't know who affords it. Actually, I do know who affords it. It's people that have like my dad owns a, not my dad, but the people that live in these places, like, yeah, my dad owns a Chinese factory in
Hmm.
Asia, and like,
Right.
he sends me
Right.
800
Right.
grand a month as spending money.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't have to
wouldn't
do
we all
anything.
love to be that? Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, literally. So we have to do this though. So this
Uh,
was kind of this is my silver setup in the last 10 minutes. I don't want to harp on it. I'll just get it over with. And this is in one of the Ola Prime 150K direct accounts, because, here at Hola Prime, we're pride ourselves on being one of the most transparent prop firm. And, I know that a lot of the people want to see some of the futures coaches and real trades, like real trades with skin on the
right.
line, skin in the game.
Right.
And this is just kind of how I'm taking it. So I took this trade. I actually got a signal from TradingView, but I'm not going to show it because there's like too many different things involved. But basically, what I was doing here was one of the things that I like to do on silver, especially if I'm forced to trade overnight, is I do essentially do like a mean reversion Bollinger Band strategy, and I have it coded
Hmm.
pretty well in my sole trading view um, application. But this is obviously the Project X execution platform for Holo Prime.
Hmm.
So these are just like the Bollinger Bands that essentially are just given to you. They're kind of just stock Bollinger Bands, but it's like the 13 length, and then it's a two multiplier for anyone that follows. And basically, all it is if price tries to pierce the upper or the lower Bollinger Band in the
Hmm.
last 13 periods and rejects, I get an alert. Okay, I
Mm.
did on this candle right here, kind of like right as we started, 2100 9 p.m. Eastern time. Right as we started, I got the alert. So
Uh-huh.
then I started looking, and then I start looking, right, and then I kind of come in, I bring in some of the MAs, see if we're getting close again to piercing and rejecting. Got short two
Hmm.
contracts here. We had a nice continuation. Again, got short one more contract, and then I almost bottom ticked it. I guess went down to 79.5 cents, and we got out at 81 cents. Chat. So I mean that was pretty good, not terrible. And that's
Nice.
all. That's all I was looking
Nice.
for. So three contracts, $1,000. Nice little start to the week. Um, I mean honestly, this account. So I actually have two direct accounts with Hola Prime. So this account's up
Hmm.
$1,000 for everyone that is, potentially in a Hola Prime direct account or a challenge account, or if you're already funded. Um, I'm probably going to leave this and not trade on it for the rest of the day. The day includes the session tomorrow morning. Um,
Right.
so why am I going to do that? Because there's consistency rules with prop firms, and Ola Prime is no exception to that. Like if you want to get a payout and that's your goal, and you're in like a direct account or you're funded, then the consistency rule is one of the things that you should be looking at for sure. Okay. And for anyone
Yep.
that doesn't know about it, like you can just log into your Hola Prime and your dashboard and read all about it. You can read it on the trading rules, on the website, all about consistency, and not having like a huge 5K day like I did last week,
Right.
and then potentially taking a loss maybe the next day, or maybe only making $1,000 the next day. Like that's kind of not going to cut it if you want to
Right.
become a funded trader and you want to get payouts and stuff like that, guys. So that's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for huge windfalls in one day. We're just looking for
Hmm.
consistency here. So while we're in this phase, that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's why I have two accounts. I have one account, right? You meet I meet my personal goal for the day or my consistency goal for the day, anywhere between a thousand
Right.
dollars and really like 1,500 is my max, maybe 1,700, depending on if the trade just made a little bit
Hmm.
extra. I'll switch over to the other one. And I mean I'll do it right now. Like I'll switch over to the other one right here, a $343 gain because I got in late to the same trade in the other account once it actually started happening, and that that pattern was actually ensuing. I got short, made $350. You know, it is what it is. So I guess the P&L is actually like $100 instead of $1,000 tonight, but whatever.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
You know, you win some, you lose some. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Right. I got a question for you on like the setup.
Yeah.
So it looks like that green candle went out of the Bollinger Band to pierce it.
Yeah.
Does that count? Does that count too? Like, why didn't you trade
So,
over there?
wait, this one right here?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This one? Yeah, the one that happened after I closed out? No, it was just because I decided to stop looking at it. But yeah, I got another alert. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's basically a
Got it.
piercing and then a rejection back into the Bollinger Band. And this isn't perfect.
Mhm.
Again, like if I showed you the trading view, like you'd see it better. Yeah, this isn't a perfect representation, and yeah, that's all I can really say. It's not a perfect representation, but it was close enough. You know, there's a couple of other things that I have on that trading view indicator, and it's
Mm.
very simply, like I said, just like mean reversion. So like you pierce it up, price starts to reject a little bit, you get an alert, it pierces through, the upside or the downside. But also, it's better if you're following the market to kind of see what the hell is actually going on. Because of course, you could have a headline that comes out and it's just like bull flag straight to the upside. Obviously, the Bollinger
Mhm.
Band's getting pierced. Like maybe you give some back, you're gonna get an alert on that. And it's like, okay, do I want to get
Right.
short that or is it a bull flag? So
Mhm.
like again, like you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Like yeah, you're gonna get a lot of these alerts,
Mhm.
but you just got to investigate each one and see if it's a proper setup.
Yeah.
And I've been
Yeah.
doing this one for a while, and it's literally like 80% win rate. Like it's really good
Damn.
strategy for really short time frame.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in it for like maybe
Mhm.
maximum an hour, um, just to have it play out a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's been really great, and that's kind of the basis of my silver strategy. And it only during the off hours, so like after 12 noon and then into the evening.
Mm.
So yeah.
Nice.
So let's see here. I mean, I don't think I have much else to
No, that's
show
good. I like
here.
that.
Yeah. Different products, different trading strategies. Everyone's different, and obviously some of these markets behave quite differently, almost inverse sometimes. But yeah, that's all we're really looking at right now. Hang on. And then Nasdaq. Let's see, is NQ going to give it back? It's still starting to come off just a little bit. I mean, probably for anyone watching, the only thing that I would look at, and it would probably occur sometime overnight, is we had this huge move to the upside. First thing I'm going to do is just draw a Fibonacci level to kind of see where it might, catch some support. And when
Mhm.
you're trading, coming off from the upside, it's that 38.2% Fibonacci level that's probably going to be your first area of support. So we'll see, right? It actually didn't happen. I remember that's what I was waiting for on Friday. I was like, hey, we're probably going to get a pullback to that 38.2. We didn't. It was just some bounce off of some
Mm.
arbitrary level. And that's how I kind of knew, like, yeah, it might be over for the day. Like, if we're starting to not pull down
Right.
certain areas that we should historically pull down to, we're not respecting certain levels that we should be respecting, it's probably not going to happen for my strategy that day. And I kind of just, like I said, I sat on my hands. I squeezed a little bit of profit out, but that's kind of it.
Right.
Yep.
Hey,
And
yeah,
I
that's the
think
best way to
with
go.
that, yeah, seriously. So we'll have another week here, and we'll see if we can't pull out some more profits here.
Right. Let's make it happen.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
hey, that is pretty much it. chat, thanks for being here with us. You guys know we take a quick break. Well, not a quick break, it's a few hours break, and then we'll be back on at 3 Central for the Forex Fire session. So you guys make sure you check that one out. And yes, I do believe we are doing a giveaway in that session, guys. So those of you who are ready for that, make sure you stay tuned for it. And with that being said, Tony, as always enjoy checking you out, looking at your strategy, your sessions, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You always kill it. It seems like every time I'm on with you, make it like 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have some losses at some point, and then you can just tell me what the heck happened, dude. What are you doing?
Right.
Well, I fully expect it. All right.
Sweet.
I appreciate you, Mike.
Right. Of course. Same to you. All right, guys. See you. I'll catch you guys in the Forex Fire session.
Yes, sir.
Hola Prime. Trade with transparency.